All right, people, it's your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. I'm here to bring you my 0-day watch list. Actually, I'm here to go start the 0-day expiration class for July the 1st. So I screwed that up. This is not the watch list call. This is the 0-day expiration class, where we will come up with plays for 0-day July the 1st tomorrow. So what we're going to essentially do is look for some setups. It is also the last day of the month, so there will be some monthly and quarterly setups as well. I will be putting out a watch list for monthly and quarterly setups as well this evening. So I'm going to keep this 0-day call rather brief compared to others. Usually we spend like over an hour, but I think that we're gonna kind of move through this one a little quicker, so I can get started on these lists. So we've got new quarters and new month. We'll be going into Q3 starting tomorrow, and then we'll also be moving into the month of July. And so again, tomorrow is July the 1st. It's a 0-day expiration, so we also get the 0 days. So should be a pretty volatile day. So with that, I always try to tell folks, if you are a newer trader or you're new to the strat and you really haven't done these types of trades, I would recommend that you just kind of sit back and watch and just kind of observe what we're doing, how we execute, and then look to kind of take advantage on, maybe on another day or something like that. Really want you to learn the process and the steps we take to ensure success. And so with this, these are zero expiration contracts. That means they will expire tomorrow. And also that means your trade is highly risky, which means it can go to zero. And so that's why we encourage people, if you're new, to stay away, just kind of watch. And if you down with it, then hey, let's get with it. Part is getting to my methodology and my thought process and rationale for my 0 days. One of which is that I like to take my setups on the 4-hour. I'm looking at potential entries, looking for inside 4-hour setups, and I'm looking for trades that are already moving in force. I'm really looking for continuations, things that are just going to continue their movement that they've already started on one way or the other. I really don't want to have to like find a reversal trade, say, for instance. Like I want to find something that's already been moving in force, and I'm just taking it. I have a setup for me to take a continuation, a bullish continuation type of deal. Those are the kind of things I'm looking for these 0-day trades. And so one of the things or the time frames that I found that like has worked really well with this concept is the 4-hour time frame, and particularly the inside 4-hour setup. For those of you that used to trade with me back last year when we were doing these, a lot of times I just did the 312 scanner, but it's not limited to just 312. So I just wanted to expand it to like all inside setups, and this works for upside and downside moves. So there's no like real, it's not set for like one direction or the other. So we're gonna get right into it. We were taking a look at some tickers yesterday. There's a lot of tickers with inside 4 setups today. So we're not gonna go through all of these. Obviously, what we're gonna do though is try to identify, are there sectors that are showing strength or weakness? Are they showing continuity in one direction? So we want to understand what sectors are going in what direction. Can we glean anything from these tickers? Because we're not going to go through 358 tickers today. So with that being said, we're going to go through this list, and this is a part of my process. We got to go and identify potential setups that meet your criteria, but there's a step-by-step process you have to take to kind of boil it down to the trades that fit your criteria. So, just identifying these inside 4 setups is just one step in that process. So first one here, shout out to the boy. Shout out to the young boy ADEX. Made me think about you when I seen his end phase right here. And yeah, we got end phase showing out this morning. Got the inside 4-hour setup. Looks like price was choppy. I mean, the day was pretty choppy. So this is actually pretty good price action for in phase today on a choppy day like it was. So 3-1 setup. I do look for this one to push up tomorrow, try to go take out this target here. But the setup's kind of like blah, sitting at the point of control. And I don't have any broadening formations drawing on it. So I have to do a little more due diligence before I was able to make a full assessment. But the setup looks decent. Let's go next. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Lemonade, Rocket. What is Rocket's price? Hold on. Let's do this. All right. Let's take a look at Tesla. It's like Tesla came in contact with a weekly BF. Did not show enough strength to keep pushing through. Looks like a small rejection. We're going to continue to push down. Outside weak already. It tried to bounce, but it didn't have the strength to complete the bounce. So, all right, Tesla, we're going to keep going though. Charter, SPY. What the hell is SPY doing on here? All right, SPY. So SPY, inside 4 hour on SPY. That's funny. So SPY was a little pushed down in the afternoon. Stayed inside. It didn't really want to pick a direction, as we already knew. It's been pretty choppy. So again, if you see what the BFs are looking like here, it's one of those situations where I'm looking at this one as it bounced off a point of control. It's just more choppiness to me. It's what I'm gonna see. It's not really picking no direction. We're still going downward, but in the short microcosm of these smaller micro broader formations, it's just choppiness. Ain't nothing good on that. We've been executing real good on SPY and SPX and all that this week. So happy for the pack. Pack been doing good with the management this week. We got Mastercard. Made a total outside week this week. It says once they hit their BFs, it's a wrap. All right, again, Mastercard. This is more choppiness, sideways movement. We gapped down this morning, kind of just been sideways. So, I wouldn't bank on this one to move up tomorrow, look to the upside, and it's not really giving us a downside setup either. You could look for the 212 to the downside below that 312.07 level. And you could possibly take that maybe $4 or $5 down to that 308 level, but it's not really giving you anything of conviction. DEGS. Oh shoot. There we go. So we got John Deere. Everything is just chopped up today. A lot of inside candles. Again, more choppiness. We got continuity to the downside mainly, except for on the day. So I would look for this one to continue to the downside. So maybe look for this setup, this 312 below 297.22 would be an area that I'll be looking at on DE, John Deere. Might have to add a couple more broad informations. It's been a little minute since I've drawn some on that one. Goldman Sachs. I mean, if y'all don't see the trend by now, like all these broad informations, I mean, all these tickers, 4 hour candles are looking similar because of the choppy day we had. So here on Goldman Sachs, we got a 212. We gapped down this morning, remember? 212 on the 4 hour. Entry would be above 299.96. If you're looking for more downside movement on Goldman Sachs, you got a low, you got entry on the 212 below 296. We gapped down into a broad formation this morning. So not sure if we'll, we may go back and retest, could be the thought, but outside of that, I'm not sure we're going to pull down significantly further than where it gapped down to this morning. So if you want to take a short trade to the downside, that would be what I'd be looking for. Take it back to the broadening formation around 291, 292. Have fun with that. Oh, and yeah, if you've got tickers that are specifically for tomorrow, I don't want to look at your long plays. I don't want to look at your leaps. But if you got plays for tomorrow, drop them in the chat, and I'll get to them. Keep it going. Excuse me. HD to Microsoft. So, excuse me. HD again. Looks like we pulled down in the afternoon. Came back to this broadening formation. I would expect it to bounce here, but again, we've been choppy. So, I mean, there ain't really much to go off of. It's been moving sideways. But you got the 312. I'm going to give you both upside and downside setup. The upside setup's above 276.87 to give you the Chicago, and then to the low side is below 272.81. So that'd be one to kind of monitor. But again, most of these tickers are in downtrends, so that's where our mind should be. And we had an outside day as well on HD, so just keep your head on the swivel, man. They trying to chop it up. Again, Microsoft, another one. Microsoft had a failed 2 up on the week. We going down. We got entry on the 4 hour below 255 flat. Looks like to me that's continuation to the downside. So I'd be kind of mindful to see if it continues to push down tomorrow. But yeah, this is a downside move on Microsoft. It's moving over to my baby, DG. So DG fighting with a broadening formation. It's just going flat right there. It's okay. I want to see this thing break out.
So, hey, Resume.
Yo.
Hey, quick question, man. I'm new to this
yeah.
To the 0 day. So if one was to take a 0 day, would your expiration be on that 0 day or?
Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah. It's the same day that you buy in the contract.
Gotcha.
Yeah, majority of stocks or individual stocks do theirs on Fridays. Yeah. So that's why we do it today. I mean, you got stuff like SPX and stuff like that have them every day. SPY's got them 3 days a week. But yeah, DG is fighting with a monthly BF. Looking at it for 0 days, I don't have any inclination that it's going to push down significantly. If it did push down, I think it's going to get bought right back up, just like what happened today. So I'll be looking for this one to keep fighting. Maybe tomorrow is the day it breaks through that broadening formation and pushes up to that next level, maybe around, I don't know, what is this, 251. So I'll be looking for Dollar General, but I'm looking more long on this one than I am for something for tomorrow. If the opportunity presents itself, I'll look at some contracts and see, but that's kind of what my thinking is on that one. Let's do this. FedEx. I'm gonna look at a few more tickers and I'm gonna just wrap up and go through everybody's list. Cause I got some homework tonight. Y'all got me putting together a bunch of watch lists tonight. I was like, why the first got to be a Friday? And it's a new quarter and new month. Yeah, so this one here is super ugly. It's a downside move. Challenge is you got a BF right there that's kind of trying to keep it propped up. But we're looking at this 212 to the downside. Entry level would be below 225.51. But again, you got this broad information right here. I would go and look and see if there's other setups that look better than that one. Would be my thought process. Keep it going. Visa and Cat. So on Visa, looks like here on Visa, we got the 212 potential. Couple things. This one looks like it gapped down and hit a really strong buy level. So I have a couple thoughts. Looks like we hit this BF this morning, and we'll try to push up tomorrow to give us that rev strat on the day. But that is totally dependent on if SPY decides it wants to go 2 up tomorrow, because this ain't doing nothing if SPY don't go 2 up tomorrow. So so this is dependent upon something else, but I'm gonna just drop it in there. So that's something also to be mindful of. 198.85. So, and that's also the same level, looks like, for the entry on the 4-hour too. What is this? 198.72. Maybe not quite, but it's close enough. Yeah. So you get like a 10-cent head start on this one if you take the 4-hour entry. But this one's gonna follow SPY. So if SPY's moving up in force, then you can kind of have a good thought that this one will as well. And maybe that I just cashed out on that thing last 0 day. That was nice. That was nice. All right, next one is Caterpillar. Caterpillar Netflix lows. Caterpillar is one that moves really well for 0 days, but sometimes you can't find the setup. Now this one here, it's giving us a 212 to the downside below 177.72. So that may be one to consider as well. We could probably take this one down to the 175 range. That's clean. That's clean. We got an inside week. I hope it doesn't go too down on the week, because then that would be a nice looking setup for next week. Ooh. So that looks good. Let's keep going. Netflix lows, Honeywell. Oh, this is easy money right here. Netflix 312 to the downside below 391. Strong ass dough. Like he had the mic right beside the dough. Below 173.91. 173.95. All right, let's keep it rolling. That's an easy one right there. That's just easy money. Netflix. If the market's weak, this is easy money. There's not nothing else to really explain. 312 Chicago on the downside, below 173.91 is your entry. You could be conservative and take it to the first target, but Netflix is weak as hell. All right. Just make sure SPY don't try to do nothing stupid and go bonkers. It's the only thing that'll get you. All right. Next one here is Honeywell. Look at that Honeywell. Honeywell showed out today, huh? But we got Honeywell. Was this a 312 on the 4-hour? I'm gonna drop an alert just to see what that price action looking like. 312 on the 4-hour. $174.30. 174. Sorry, y'all, I be talking to myself when I'm going through these charts. Like, what the hell are you talking to? CRM look weak. I just don't like all these damn crosses. Outside weak already. So based on what we know, we should be looking forward to try to find a bounce, which it try to do a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I don't want to play CRM anyway. We got Nvidia, Moderna, Target. We got the reversal to the downside on the week on Moderna. Got the inside 4 hour, 2 down on the day. I'm going down. All right, so what is this? 212, 150, 52. All right. Target CLX. Y'all see I'm bearish. Friday special, man. I don't know. You ain't picking no direction. I think Friday special trying to just chill. Oh no. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I might come back to it later. That's my Friday special, y'all. First, we're starting the pack. Look at this, the Clorox. You so full of shit, Clorox. Can't stand you. Nah, Clorox cool. Next one, Apple QCOM. Yeah. All right, let me go through tickers on the lit on the. This one's here. Apple's on the broad information. So they just giving you all the signs of like indecisiveness. That's what they want. They want you to be indecisive. So that's what Apple's showing you in that setup. All right. All right, let's go. Let me check out this list. We see Neo on here. I'm gonna come back to CLX, Goose. Outside week, Neo. I mean, based on what we be feeling like, man, I see this bounce. I'm more of the opinion that we could potentially bounce up out of here on Neo, but I ain't gonna bank my money on it. I think like the main thing is you got inside on the 4 hour and the day. So there's indecision. You got outside week, so it's super choppy. So I would just kind of just be mindful of that. If you want to take a trade on it, I'll give you your levels real quick though. You got Chicago set up on the 4 hour above 2203. And then below that, you've got an entry level on the low side at below 2155, which are not bad. You know, because the range on this candle is so tight, it could break both of those levels. It could be another outside bar essentially tomorrow. So then you move to the day and you go identify on the day. You've got this 212 inside day. Not the best looking inside day, but price did stay relatively up in the range. Got an entry above 2212 there on Neo. So that would be the angle you would be looking at to play on that one. CLX, going to go right back here to CLX. This one here, it's got its head at the top of a BF. You see what's happened the last time it's gotten to this BF. So we'll have to kind of monitor that, but your entry levels, if it does go to the downside, it's just going to ping pong. So you got entry to the upside above 142.12, but also to the low side, you got entry below 140.52. right now, based on like what I'm seeing, there's a lot of conflict. So, but it is trying to reverse, well, not reverse, but just push up. So I think that's like the overall sentiment of what direction it wants to go right now. So that would be kind of what I would be favoring to look on CLX. I just don't like that broadening formation right there. That doesn't give me confidence, especially for a 0 day. I want as little of barriers or potential barriers as possible. Kroger. Let's see here. Kroger. Don't like it. Nothing on 0 day tomorrow. Kroger got toe up this week. So gap down and fell all the way to the broadening formation. I could see a potential reversal tomorrow, but there's no entry for continuation to the downside. And it could bounce off this major level broadening formation right here, this green line. But I don't have entries for either, and I wouldn't want to try to take a call setup against this continuity. That wouldn't even be insightful. There would be other opportunities we could take to the upside. Now, looking ahead, though, next week, this one sets up for a very nice 1-2-2 bet down to the downside. So that would be something I'd be managing to watch for. But yeah, no real setup on KR. Next one is KO. Coke Boys. I already know that boy Browns dropped that one in there. We're 2 up on the week. 2 up on the 4-hour outside day. Plainly put here, this one's I'm just looking for a continuation. We had Motor City Madness today, the 313 action, but tomorrow looking for 2 up continuation above point of control. So yeah, that one looks solid. Point of control is at 63 flat on Coke. So, Coke looking good. Let's see. Citigroup. So Citigroup, this one here is pinched between 2 broadening formations. I really don't like them like that because you might have a good setup, but then it just gets beat up by that broadening formation. So, but you do have setups here. It is in the downtrend, so I'd be looking downside move below 45.77. But you've got broadening formations in the way, so just be mindful of that. But I mean, that may not make a difference in the direction it's going because we are pushing down. So that'd be it. Next one here. Let's take a look. CCL. Oh, that boy True to the Strap been playing these. Yeah, so what we got here, we got a potential rev strap back to the downside on the 4-hour 2-2 rev. Below $8.57. They be shorting the hell out of these boys to oblivion. Sheesh. But you are getting bounces because you are hitting algo levels. So you just hitting buy levels for the stock. So there's nothing that's going to push it up other than the short-term pop here and there. But CCL looks like continuation. But your entry, if you want to take it, would be below 857. Everything else is continuation. All right, we looked at Apple, but I'll run back through it again. Inside setup sitting on a monthly broadening formation. The fact that it didn't react to it that well, or it didn't react to it at all, really, tells me that this thing's probably just consolidating right now. It's in a downtrend already. So my expectation would be for it to continue to make its way down. I think based on the setup we're looking at right now, you would take that. If you wanted to take it, you got a little bit of room into the next broadening formation. So you're looking at entry below 135.70. And then you're looking at a broadening formation that's like right around 134.15 or something like that. So you got about $1 move after that entry. Yeah, we did Neo. We was kind of like on Neo for tomorrow anyway. Our kids are screaming in the background. For what reason? I don't know. And I ain't about to go check. All right. Next one we got here is Pfizer. PFE. There is no setup on Pfizer. Just continuation. We are at the top of a BF. So I would just recommend is that you find an intraday entry to take on Pfizer, Lucy. Just look intraday. There is no setup for us right now. All of it's continuation. ADSK. I don't think I heard of this one. Autodesk. Damn, is that their ticker? Does that always been their ticker? Okay. All right. Maybe. Shit. Shows what I know. All right. Autodesk. Looking at a 212 here on the 4-hour below 170.58. That would be the only thing I'm looking at. I wouldn't even be considering an upside move on this one. We're just looking for a continuation. We just want easy moves. We wanted to keep doing what it's been doing. We don't need it to do nothing special. And charge point 312. Again, they're giving us choppy signals. 312. The upside would be above 1391, and the low side would be below 1355. So you got what? 36 cents in range on the entries. So just watch yourself there. It's inside. That one isn't trying to give you any inclination of what it wants to do. And it made an outside week this week, so just complicated it even more. Should we be LTO tomorrow since it's new month and quarter open? Yeah. I think tomorrow's a let them open day. There ain't no need to rush into nothing. And based on what I'm seeing, there ain't really nothing that's screaming, take me down. Ain't nobody showing no thigh meat tonight. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, man. I don't know. The Neo setup, let me go back to it. The Neo setup didn't give me the warm and fuzzies, man. I wasn't really seeing this one as like everybody else. But I get it. You got the Chicago on the 4, and you got the inside on the day. I wasn't really feeling it. Yeah. I think it's gonna chop. That thing had a nice move last week. So I'll be looking for a different play, that's all. It could still push up in TTO. I mean, this would be a TTO if it pushed back up, went 2 up tomorrow. But yeah, that's what I would be looking at. Yeah. All right. Let me check out Cisco. What we got here? 312 set up on the inside 4. We are near the top of a quarterly BF. It's ready to, if it's gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce around this area. So not sure if it's ready to do that though. As far as setups for tomorrow, man, these setups, I don't really like them. They all got conflict. Most of them have majority continuity to the downside. If I'm looking for a downside move, that's what I would be looking for. You got entry 312, Chicago set up below 42.44. That'd be your level for entry. Let me see. Y'all talking about Oxy looking spicy? Oxy doing the same thing a lot of these others is doing. It's just chopping around, but it has a decent setup compared to some of the others. Excuse me. The day looks a lot better than the 4-hour on Oxy. This ref strat looks a little bit better. See. Okay. Okay, yeah, Oxy don't look bad. I like the day though. 4 hours decent as well though. Yeah, I'm gonna set these triggers. That's because I'm in Oxy too though. Yeah, two. Okay, Oxy, JCI. Oh. Yeah, this is a clean setup here. 212 on the 4 hour below $47.64. Looks like there's a lot of volume on this stock. Also, we got 212 on the day, and that's below $47.63. Clean setup right there on JCI. Next one we got is JD. This one looks like it's trying to push up. We've got an entry 212 on the 4 hour above 64.62. And then moving over to the day, we've got the rev strap potentially on the day above 64.63. So same levels, day and 4 hour trigger entry on JD. That looks strong. I didn't like the way CERM looked earlier when we checked it out. It's totally sideways, choppiness, flat. Yeah, so I wasn't feeling it. Like again, we don't want tricky stuff. We just want stuff that's easy to know. Like, oh, this one's going in this direction. Oh, there's an entry. Oh, I can take it and make money. Done. I don't need to like, this got to do this and bounce off of this and reverse there. Nope, that's too much. That's too much already. If you got to explain me goddamn 4 steps, that's too much for a 0 day. It need to like, all I gotta do is do this and I'm in there. You know, I don't need all those extra. It's for a 0 day. We need quick decision making, strong movement in one direction or the other. MRO 212 on the 4 hour would be above $22.70. If you wanted to wait on a larger time frame entry, you'd be looking at the day. That would give you a, what is this, 322 on the day above 2307. Then you've got UNH. All right, so next one is UNH. UNH looks to be enforced. The macros and the time frame continuity looks beautiful. So we're going to enforce on that one. Then on the day, that looks like the setup to have. That's the inside 4 hour setup. That's the one you want to be looking at. That's 212 on the 4 hour. Actually, I'm gonna leave this off right now. 212 on the 4 hour above 516.32. That's easy. That's a clean one. XOM is next. On XOM, we got a 212. 212 on XOM, and that one will be above. I don't think it's gonna go to the upside, 86.07. And then also on the day, excuse me, we're looking at an entry above 87.60. So again, yeah, we got 2 candles flipping tomorrow. Pinterest, 212 on the 4 hour below $18.03. That'll be continuation on the day, outside day as well. Next one we got TNT. Oh, sorry, AT&T. Again, it's easy. 212 to the downside below 1803. We looked at that already. No, we didn't. There we go. 312 Chicago on the 4 hour above $21.09. That's, yeah. We get continuation. That one should work. Monster's usually one that doesn't have a high amount of options volume on it. So you have to check that one. Continuation. It's got double inside days though. So you be looking for that entry above 93.12. Doesn't have far to go either. So that'd be one to keep your eye on, man. And then the last one I'm gonna look at is Verizon. Verizon here has a 312 setup. It's an inside week currently, so I really want to let it be. And it's not showing us any direction right now. So I would want to leave that one be. Honestly, I don't see any broad informations or anything. So I don't have data that shows it's going in either direction. So looks like it's just toying with the point of control. So I'll leave Verizon alone for tomorrow, for a 0 day anyway. But with that, I gotta get to work because I got 3 watch lists I gotta put together tonight. I'm gonna put the 0 day watch list together first, so you'll see that one coming first, and then probably I'll just drop the month and the quarter watch list in the Discord later. And yeah, thank you, FICO, for coming to drop in on us, bro. I know you ain't been feeling the best, so appreciate you spending some time with us, man. But I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Y'all have a good evening. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.